Okay, so the title on this video might be worded a little funny, but hear me out. Before that, smash the like button to unlock the secret of this video. I'm totally kidding, but turning that like button blue will totally help out this video and my channel because this video is going to be part of a multi-series that I'm going to be publishing for the next couple weeks. My name is Ver, and I talk about money on my channel from time to time. Me and my fiance were actually featured on CNBC Make It's Millennial Money series, formerly Millennial Mortgage, but they probably changed it to Millennial Money for the algorithm, link in the description below, where we bought a home in Los Angeles, California for over $500,000. Yes, that is a lot of money, and we took over $500,000 on a mortgage at a rate of 4.125% just for a small condo here in Los Angeles, California. But that is where this video comes in. There were so many people in the comments that were commenting, ew, California, or you could have bought 4 houses in a different state. Why did you buy in California? Or why did you move away from the state that you were in to go to California? The thing is, those comments don't bother me as much as how much we're paying per month compared to how much we can be paying and the interest rate that we got at the time, even though I thought it was good at the time, versus what can we get now. To provide some context, we currently have a mortgage payment of $3,450 per month at an interest rate of 4.125%. Over 30 years, we will be paying almost $1 million at about $950,000 paid in total. That mortgage payment includes our principal, our interest, our PMI, and an escrow account that pays for our taxes and our home insurance. This also doesn't include like our utilities and other expenses. But the point of this video is to talk about a mortgage refinance where we're basically going to be restarting the clock on a new 30-year fixed rate loan, paying only $750,000 at the new interest rates, saving almost $200,000 in future money. Now, I know not everyone does have a home or is paying a mortgage, so this video will help them out more. But if you happen to plan to buy a house in the future, this video could be useful. But I also have another video on my channel where I talk about renting versus buying a home. I'll link that down in the description below as well. It's really useful to calculate how much if you're renting versus if you should just buy. But back to the topic, here is a picture of how much we'd be paying in principal and interest over 30 years if we just kept our current loan. If you look at the entries in this calculator, we have a loan of $550,000, and then the interest rate is 4.125. Over 30 years, we will be paying almost $960,000, literally just $40,000 away from $1 million. But with this mortgage refinance, we actually have a lower principal balance on our current loan at about $530,000. If we pay down our loan to $510,000, we would be able to obtain a loan that has an interest rate of 2.75%, and then our monthly payments will go down by almost $800. Now check out these calculations for a new loan through a mortgage refinance. Since we have been paying down our mortgage for the last year and a half, we have a lesser mortgage than $550,000. It's about $530,000, but in terms of bringing cash to close where we pay down our current loan a little bit more to get a best interest rate, if we were to get a new loan for $510,000 at an interest rate of 2.75%, the monthly payments will go down almost $800. And then over 30 years on a new 30-year fixed rate interest loan, we'll only be paying $750,000 total in that future money, saving us that $200,000. So technically, we did make the $200,000 that the title says, just in future money. Because technically, if we were to keep the loan that we currently have over 30 years, paying that month to month, year to year, and then over the 30 years, we'd be paying close to $1 million. Basically, going through a mortgage refinance now is the smart thing to do because interest rates are so low, and you make that money back that you were going to spend anyway if you didn't do anything at all. So with that out of the way, I do apologize for the clickbaity title, but I really appreciate you watching the video and smashing the like button anyway. Now, the super cool thing about this is it's not just saving $200,000 in future money, but we lower our monthly payment by almost $800. If you think about it, if I were to take that $20,000 to $22,000 cash to close to lower our principal amount on our mortgage payment, I'm technically investing that money in our home. Lowering that monthly payment saves me about $800 a month. Over 12 months, that is now $7,200. If you divide $7,200 by $20,000 to $22,000, that return on investment is about 40%. You can't really get that anywhere else. And honestly, that is the power of real estate and why I appreciate it so much.
Oh, but it's your own primary home. You're not renting out. You're the one who's paying the money.
You're right, but saving that $800 a month is more money in our pockets to go and save and invest in other things instead of just pumping it into this house as well as the higher interest. So with those details out of the way, it's definitely apparent that we want to refinance our home. So the first step in actually refinancing your home is shopping around for a lender. The reason why I say this is because you can keep it competitive. You currently have a lender if you have a mortgage, or if you're buying a house, like in a previous video that I talked about, you can shop around for lenders. Not all lenders are the same. Basically, some lenders can give you credits, some lenders can give you a better rate than others, sometimes they can compete against each other. That's why the first step is to shop around. Basically, our current lender is Wells Fargo. We got this lender with the current build when we bought our own place. It was the preferred lender. They were able to give us that 4.125 with 10% down. Now that we're refinancing, we can do the same thing where we shop around for a certain lender, whether it's through the bank or a private broker, and we can get the best that we can get. Since we're in the middle of the process, the thing that I did was I got a quote from a lender with a loan estimate that said we can get a new loan for the current balance that we have and basically place some closing costs for the lower rate of 3%. So now you can take that quote and go to another lender or other lenders and say, hey, this lender gave me 3%, just paying closing costs of $3,000 to $5,000. Is there any way you can beat that? Then you have another lender that could potentially say, we can give you 2.875. And these are all relative interest rates due to what is currently those interest rates, so keep that in mind. But basically, anytime that you get to a lender where they give you an interest rate or a quote or an estimate to where that is the best offer that you can get, that is where you can start the process. That is basically the first step that you got to do. There's some things to look out for, but essentially, if you look at the loan terms, basically what are the closing costs, what are the payment breakdowns, you should get the best offer that you can get if you shop around and be patient with it. Once you have found that lender that you want to go with, the next step would probably be signing some paperwork, whether it be disclosures, the loan estimate, agreeing to that, and then gathering your documents. Those documents can include your ID, tax statements, bank statements, and basically a disclosure that says you want to go forward with this loan. That doesn't mean that the loan has closed yet because it takes some time for it to close. And that wraps up the first part of this multi-part series on our mortgage refinance. Yes, we're going to be saving money in the long run, but the thing is, we're not just going to have like a windfall of cash just now. It's just based on our first mortgage, it was a lot of money and the interest rate was a lot higher than what is available now, so it makes sense to refinance. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, also hit the notification bell so you know when my next parts of this series comes out. I'm going to be going through this refinance with my fiance and also you viewers along the way, so remember to come back, check out the series, and we'll get this done. You can also find me on Instagram. I post there from time to time, and it's not going to be about this refinance stuff, but I do post some really cool things there if you want to check me out there. Also, there are links in the description below, and I want to point out the link to Yada Bank, where you can basically open up a savings account, get some tickets on a weekly basis, and potentially win $10 million instead of paying for a lotto ticket and then you don't have that money anymore. So why not save some money and potentially win some dollars? And then last, I want to mention millennial.investments. If you go to your browser right now and type in millennial.investments after this video, you will be led to a site where you can sign up for a newsletter to bring you more content like this. So if you like content like this, check out millennial.investments. Thanks again, stay safe, stay well. This is the first piece of the multi-part series. Let's get to work.
Bye.